Okay, video 3, how to take your file that you've sliced and put it onto the printer itself. First turn the printer on. Down on the back here is your little on and off switch, so flick that on. This screen should pop to life. Now if you're doing this in the future and you're planning to go and slice your file in a minute, a good thing to do is to preheat your printer. So you've got this little selector dial here. If you turn it, you see we can choose. I would go to prepare and select by pushing the button and go all the way down to preheat PLA, press the button. What that will do is it will start warming up the bed, which is this bit, and the nozzle, which is the bit under here where the plastic comes out. It will start pre-warming them up to the right temperature. It's important you do that, particularly if you're doing big prints, because it will keep the bed, it will make the bed a nice even temperature all the way over if you give it time to preheat, and then you won't have big prints peeling off. Doesn't make much difference for the little print we're doing today. Anyway, when you're ready to print your file, take your memory card out of there, and it goes in this little slot here, but upside down, so with the gold contacts facing up. Now obviously there's a card in there already, I'm just going to take that out. Okay. Careful when you put it in. So in, click, good. And don't be that guy, take the card reader and put it back in the drawer. I'm not going to put it back in here because it doesn't actually belong in this printer, but if you could put it back in the printer it belongs to. Right, you'll see our preheat is getting along nicely. We're at 41 out of 60. You can carry on and print anyway. It will only start when it's ready. So we're going to go to back, cross to print, and you should see a list of files on the memory card. Now obviously the one we just saved was called Rob Winter Cube, so we just push that button. That is all you've got to do. It will not print straight away. It's going to take a while until it will only print when this temperature and that temperature have reached what they are. So this has got to get to 60 and that's got to get to 200. I'm just going to pause the video while I wait for that. Okay, it's nearly there, as you can see. One thing I should say, while it's heating up, the bed isn't too hot. You'll feel it's warm. Do not touch underneath here. If you touch that little brass nozzle there, you'll give yourself a really nasty burn, because that's over 200 degrees C. Okay, so safety first. You'll know when it's about to start because you'll see the printer will start moving. It will home itself, and that means it's going to take the bed, move it backwards. It's going to move all the way to the left here and push this switch, and then all the way down and drop until it hits that switch. And it does that so that it knows where it's starting from. Any minute now. Okay. There we go. So it homed itself left, bed's homing itself, and now it'll bring itself down until it hits this little switch. Apologise for the focus on this rubbish camera. There we go. And then what it will do is it will print out a line. Might take a while to appear, but you should see a black filament start to come out the end of the nozzle. There we go. Yep, just about to see it. Okay, and that's it. I would advise watching the first layer. Now it's very difficult to see because of the glare here and because my camera is so useless. But you'll see it's doing the perimeter around it. It's doing what we call the skirt. And then we'll just monitor that first layer and make sure the bottom of the cube is actually drawn and that it sticks down. Now again, very tricky to see here. You really need to get underneath it low. You can just about see there it's laying down that first rectangle. If this first layer goes down okay and is stuck, then that's pretty much it. You just wait. If this layer is peeling up, or looks like it's not stuck, or looks like nothing's come out of the nozzle, that's when you need to consult a teacher or a technician, because it means the printer needs some calibration. One final request please, if you are using these, do not fiddle with these little dials. These adjust how level the bed is, and if people mess with these, basically it won't print because it'll put the bed wonky or too high or too low, and then the plastic won't stick. So if you could help out by not twiddling things, I know it's tempting, that's it. Okay, when it is printed, all you need to do is wait for the bed to cool down, so give it maybe 15 minutes, and then the part should literally just pull straight off, okay? Please don't pull the prints off straight away while the bed is still hot, because it can rip the glass off with it, can break bits out of the glass and damage it. There we go. Okay, that's it.